So, hi Anam, and I'm
Hi,
really,
Tarika.
really glad that we're getting together via Skype in order to talk about the Who Am I Without My Story. I think it's a good idea that we give people a quick understanding about what they would be receiving from this process and why they would want to do it with us. So, as the first 3 days, I say always are in your hands. Why don't you start by giving them a little understanding about what happens for the first 3 days of the process?
Okay, well, during the first 3 days, everything is highly structured, uh, as if it would be in a Zen monastery. So that from the moment people wake up in the morning until the moment they lay back in their beds at night, they're completely busy focusing on the koan, on the question, who am I?
Great. That sounds like a very important thing to focus on. Why would anybody want to focus on that?
Well, I've heard Osho many times talking about this koan as the only valid question. And to work with this question is something that participants from this process can continue to do even when the process is over. It opens up an inquiry that can take us from a mental level into an emotional level, and from there into a being level.
Great. And when they are in touch with that being level, what would you say they're capable of doing that they couldn't do before they started this 3 day process?
I would say that when they're in touch with that being level, there's more trust in their spontaneity. They have a sense of being more okay with who they are, however they are. Uh, People coming in contact with themselves then feel easier about their little idiosyncrasies in life.
Okay.
There's no striving towards an ideal as portrayed by the media, magazines, and so on. We come in touch with who we are, and that becomes, in degrees, more and more okay.
Nice. I agree. I think that's one of the beautiful things about doing those 3 days in such a concentrated and focused way. I also think it's important that we mention that we decided to add 2 more days to this process for, I think, a very important reason. And from what I sensed when we were deciding to do this piece of work, it needed a little bit of integration because holding that being place is a big job for us in our life.
Uh,
Being able to live from that place is a very important understanding that we all need to receive at some point. So the 3 days give you that possibility to connect with that place. And as far as I can see it in the way it's worked out, the 2 days really give tools for being able to carry that being in a healthy way back into the world, which may not be completely open and loving to that being, but you can find your way to maintain that connection. So I think it's important to actually add to this understanding that we do these extra days not just just to extend the days of the group, but really to support the learning of being able to live from that being place. And I like that about the way we do this particular 5 days because it really does give people the tools they need to carry that understanding back into the world. Would you say anything else about that?
well, certainly, because the way we've done it, and I love that you came up with the idea of adding these 2 days, is that we use our own creativity to encourage other people's creativity.
Nice.
And that, for me, is a really essential part of this process. Not just stopping with a sense of who we are,
Yes.
can then be followed through by using this delightful insight. This feeling, yeah, because it is a sense that we carry through that promotes our own creativity and makes life on a sensual level much more enjoyable.
Great. I like that. I think that's a very important understanding that people will be taking away from these 5 days, that their life will get to be more fun. They can find more ways to be creative with the way they're living, and also to really honor who they are in their way of living. So I think we can say that the 5 days give a really good foundation for people to make a transformational turn in their life.
I would agree with that. And the way I would like people to remember these 5 days is that they actually took the time to taste their food and to really feel that they were taking a breath.
Yeah.
On many occasions that they did that, to really um, become aware
Yes.
of the very simple things.
Yes, exactly. Good. I actually think we've given enough information as far as I can
Sounds
tell. It would
that's
be nice now if I shut off the recording and we try to listen to it.
okay.
How does that sound?